Morning everybody, it's April. I just wanted to share an update, and for those of you who kind of follow and have been watching my channel for a while, you'll know that I'm going through some medical procedures. So I wanted to go over that and share a quick little Hobby Lobby haul, and also wanted to test out, I picked up the black soot and antique linen. And I wanted to kind of test out the theory of, I think it was Jennifer McGuire did a video where she was talking about just if these two were, you know, something you could add to if you have any oxides. If you could add these two, it would help, you know, tone down colors or brighten colors. So I thought I would try that out. My cats are going crazy upstairs if you can hear that. Anyhow, so I heat emboss hummingbird. I don't think you can see it on this there a little bit. So I heat emboss these hummingbirds, same exact image on both cards, and I thought we could do one. I also picked up Twisted Citron and the picked raspberry because they just look so yummy. I have the first line of oxides, but I haven't gotten the second one. So Hobby Lobby had the oxides in stock. And also, like I said, my Michaels, I saw some at Michaels. It's interesting because oxides at Michaels were packaged differently. It was different. I don't know. Anyhow, so this stamp set I thought was so super sweet. And they had all the stamps at Hobby Lobby. This is where I get all my Happy Mail stamps that I send out to people. So they're $2.99, 40% off of that. And I just thought that was so precious. So that's going in a Happy Mail. And then I picked this one up, which I thought was just so sweet. I don't know how well you can see that. Let me see. Okay, so it has some floral, basically just bunches of florals. And these are, both these stamp sets are by Stampabilities, so I think that's Hobby Lobby's. Look at that wreath. So beautiful. And then you have some other ones here. And this one has the antlers, and then a floral in the middle, a little floral, and the arrow here. So I just thought that was so pretty. I wish they all had like dies that went with them, because I'm just, you know, with these it just kind of, it's hard for me to cut around like little images like that, especially like an arrow. So I've been thinking about, I know H&N, Home Shopping Network, HSN, just had the, I think the Brother Scan and Cut on sale or something, but I didn't get it. I think I'm going to put it on my Christmas wish list. So that way I can cut out images and, you know, that I don't have dies, matching dies to. So anywho, I picked those stamps up and the inks. And I picked up a really cute mug. It's just so sweet. It says, all I need is a little bit of coffee and a whole lot of Jesus. Amen. Hallelujah. But it's in the washing machine or in the dishwasher. So anyhow, that was it really at Hobby Lobby. I'm trying to save money for a few things, so I didn't want to go crazy at the store shopping. But anyway, let's test this out, and then I'll just chit-chat. I wanted to let you know also that I updated my, what is it? Not really updated, but I had my blood work all updated. So the results came back not too long ago, and we were retesting for lupus because when I was in Florida, I had a rheumatologist, and I was sent to oncology because I was going in and out of the hospital a lot, and on one particular event I have spasms all the time, and I have neurological, it's weird how my spasms work. They kind of put it in a category of what you call stress spasms. So as my muscles, because I have a muscular condition that causes so many spasms, that it was triggering neurological spasms as well. So my eyes just start spasming. So my eyeballs actually start spasming really hard, almost like a vertigo effect. You just immediately start vomiting because of the way, you know, your eyes are moving. So you get to, you get that dysphoria and equilibrium thrown off. So when I was in the hospital for that, they brought in an oncologist and said that my white blood cell count was extremely high. So I had to go and get some blood work done back then, and that ultimately led me to see an oncologist and to see a rheumatologist. So the rheumatologist had tested me back then for lupus, and the cells that they checked for that came back like right at the borderline. So he didn't give me the official lupus title or diagnosis, but back in 2005 I had been diagnosed with lupus. So I had told him that, and that's why he retested, and he said, well, it's not really in the range that I would say it's full-on lupus. So he diagnosed me with fibromyalgia, so which is another immunity condition and disorder that they just really don't know how to treat it. It's just immunity, your system. So with that, that was before I moved here and all that, and I went through a lot, and I saw an oncologist. And the oncologist's office did a whole bunch of testing. I think they were testing me for leukemia and some other things because that's how high my white blood cell count was. And everything came back negative that they tested me for. So again, after all that was said and done, I moved here. I got off all the meds and the drugs that they had me on. They were treating me for narcolepsy as well. So I was on some really strong medications. And anyhow, so I felt like my personal opinion on the matter was that I needed to get off all those harsh chemicals and then give my body, especially if it's immunity related. I didn't think that it really needed all the harsh drugs that they had me on. So I weaned myself off everything. It's been over a year, actually about a year and a half now since I've been off of all those medications. And I'm starting to have problems again. So I just went and had everything redone, and the doctor said that my white blood cell count was really high again. So I go in on Tuesday, and I just used the Twisted Citron on both of these panels. So now I'm going to go over one with the black soot, and then I'll go over the other with the antique linen so we can see a difference, or see, So I'm going to stamp off a little bit. But so yeah, so that's where we're at. And I'm going to be getting my, I guess I got to go in for consultation on Tuesday. And she's going to go over with me everything on the blood work. And more than likely have to go back to a rheumatologist or go back to oncology. That's really pretty. It kind of comes out like a sage green. That's really pretty. So you can change the color of your inks. That's a gorgeous, I know it probably picks up more black on camera, but in real life it's like a really deep sage green. That's really pretty. So I'll show you the difference here. That's black. So I don't know if you can see the difference there. Yeah, so that helps you see a little bit. Okay, so that one is the black soot over Twisted Citron. And then, so I'm going to do the antique linen on the other panel. But anyhow, so that's what's going on Tuesday, medically, really, and then on Thursday, finally got back in to see my back specialist and surgeon. So when I was in Florida, the day that I was supposed to be home was my update, my follow-up on the last back procedure I had done. And so when Ethan got sick, my getting home was delayed. So I didn't make that appointment, and that's what's basically delaying everything. The receptionist, when I called her to let her know there was an emergency, that I was still in Florida, she could care less. And I mean, even my surgeon was like, get her back as soon as possible, because I was already a month or so behind having my nerves cauterized again. And so he personally wrote on my chart, get me back as soon as possible. Well, she didn't care. And I even left a message with the nurse, and no one has responded to me. So you can bet your butt when I go in there Thursday, they're all going to freaking hear it from me. Because at this point now, I'm almost 2 months overdue having my nerves cauterized again. And my legs are just really, you know, it's really, really painful. It's hard to walk. It's getting to the point where I'm starting to have the other problems again that go along with any kind of, you know, what's the word for it? Like, I don't know what's the word. Just having problems with, like, going to the bathroom and things. So, you know, when you don't have any control and your nerves are all cut off, then it kind of becomes a problem. So I go Thursday for my back stuff and Tuesday for my blood work. So I'll keep you guys updated. And for those of you who don't want to listen to my updates about medical stuff, I apologize, but I feel like there's enough of you out there that do care. So you guys can just, you know, whatever you want to do. You know, I don't mean to upset anyone, but you know, I'm not a professional card maker. I feel like I can talk to you guys on a personal level. So anyway, this is the antique linen, and I'm going to go over this one. I feel like I have some little, I don't know if you guys get this on your foam pads. I feel like I get little dust balls. But anyhow, so that's about it with the medical update information. And this is actually feels like it's bleaching out the twisted citron. I don't know how well you guys can see that, but it's almost like using Copic markers or something. When you go on use a lighter color over darker colors, it's pushing the ink out. But let's see how that goes. So that's really interesting. Wasn't expecting that. You can see the twisted citron there on the corners. That's really pretty though. It's a really soft cream color. And I mean, that's what you get anyway with antique linen. Let me see if I can put a natural swatch of it there to compare. So there's that one, yeah. Wow, that's really pretty. So yeah, so that's great. I was really intrigued to try that when I saw Jennifer McGuire show that. So here's the difference. You have the black soot by itself versus over twisted citron. You have the antique linen by itself over the twisted citron. So I think that's amazing. If you guys have any of the inks and you haven't picked up, you know, the new set, or aren't going to get the new set because you can't afford it, maybe you can save some coupons. And these are $5.99, so you could pick up, you know, the antique linen, and then, you know, maybe go back a separate day at Hobby Lobby, use your coupon both days, you know, just got to go separate days. So, you know, be probably around, what, $3.50 or so. So, you know, I think it would be worth it because you can change all the colors you already have if you have the oxides, you know. And I don't know if anybody's done a test on other pigment inks. Like, I'm curious to see how other pigment inks would work with Distress Oxides. I don't know. Let me know if you've heard of anybody doing that and playing around. That'd be interesting to know if, you know, these oxides could work with any other kind of pigment inks, you know. So with the two colors here, I just think that's, you know, a great value to your ink stash because you can alter any color with these two. So anyhow, that's how that came out. And I just wanted to quickly say also that I am working on a Hero Arts 10 cards 1 kit video. I can't believe it. I'm really trying. I'm hoping I can get the video up before all the doctor stuff starts next week. But just stay tuned for that. And also, of course, the winners of my giveaways will be coming soon. And let's see, I made some notes here. Oh, and I finally have decided on my new channel name. I have someone that I'm going to be working with to make my channel art. So really excited. I finally decided on something. And that'll be coming as soon as possible. Not really gonna, I can't predict it because the person I'm working with, the artist, she's got a lot going on. She's writing a book. So it's just when she can get to designing the artwork for me. So anyhow, that's about it. I just wanted to test these inks out and test that theory, which that's pretty accurate, I'd say, that it can change your colors of inks. And then talk to you about just updates. And that's it. I appreciate you guys watching. Thanks for taking your time to watch my channel today. Hope you're all having a blessed Sunday. And please be careful tomorrow with the eclipse. If you are in an area, we are in a total eclipse viewing zone. So just be careful if you are for any reason going to watch the eclipse, that you're very careful with your eyes. Make sure your pets are indoors and all that good stuff. Okay, take care, y'all. Talk to you soon. Bye.